Okay, we're going to make tomato soup. This is our basic tomato soup recipe. Really easy, as is every other raw soup, because everything just goes into the blender. So for this recipe, it's mainly tomatoes that you need. The recipe calls for 3 to 4 tomatoes. These are huge tomatoes. We just happen to get these really large ones. So I've got 2.5, which is really equal to, I'd say, at least 4, because they're so big. So we're going to use these, and I've got a 1/2 cup of almond milk that I made earlier today. I usually have almond milk in the fridge. If not, I've shown there's a segment on how to make almond milk. It's very, very easy. You just blend almonds and water together, like 1 to 3. 1 part almonds, 3 parts water. Blend it and strain it through an almond bag, and that's it. You have almond milk. So I have a 1/2 cup of almond milk. And if you don't have that, you can also use a tablespoon of almond butter to a cup of water and just blend that together. Almond milk, really simple. So if you don't have the almonds soaked and you want a really quick and easy way of doing it, that's the easy way. Okay, olive oil. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of agave. We have an avocado, which is going to make it creamy and thick and smooth and delicious. A little bit of onion, and about a tablespoon of basil. We have nice fresh basil, which is wonderful. You can use just like a teaspoon of dried basil if you don't have fresh. 1 garlic clove. You can do garlic to taste if you like less or more, that's fine. And a little bit of salt and pepper, teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. That's all there is to it. So I'm just going to start and chop up my tomatoes, put those in the blender, and add my liquids, blend it down, just put everything else in there and blend. Nice, easy recipe. The tomatoes have been pre-washed. We're just going to take out the green stem part and put the rest in. Our 1/2 cup of almond milk. Two tablespoons of olive oil. One tablespoon of agave. I'm going to put everything in except for the avocado, which I'm going to process in last. The basil, the onion, the garlic. You can use 1/2 the garlic if you like. If it was just me eating by myself, I would probably throw 2 in because I love garlic. But for sharing, 1's perfect. 1 teaspoon salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And you can substitute the black pepper for cayenne too, which is actually a healthier alternative. It's just black pepper seems to give it a more authentic tomato taste. And I like the flavor of it, but really cayenne is the healthier option. Okay, and blend. that's it. It depends on the time of year and the tomatoes that you're using, how red it turns out, because sometimes I've made it with tomatoes that make it turn an actually vibrant red, but these tomatoes, they're not going quite as red. And that's life with tomatoes. I'm going to taste it now before putting the avocado, just in case I want to adjust any seasonings, put a little bit more salt or pepper or sweetener, or so good just like that. So good. It almost doesn't even need the avocado. It would be delicious just like this, but this really will make it so creamy and nice. And this avocado is very large also, so half an avocado would even be enough, because it's all relative to the size you get. One avocado means an average, and that's a large one. So those were giant avocados that I got, and that's going to adjust the color a little bit too. Not to the red, but that's okay. It'll be delicious. So many variables with raw food. Sometimes it's really sweet, and sometimes the food is different. It can be different colors, different flavors, and this time we happen to have tomatoes that weren't quite as red as sometimes, and an avocado that was quite green, and so we have kind of a beige color, where this is about as dark as I've ever had it, or off from the red tomato soup that we're used to. But even though the color's different, it still is going to taste just like a delicious tomato soup. And that's it. Enjoy. It's a really delicious soup. Enjoy it.